Update panel. When a postback is caused by a control that is defined as a triggered by using the triggers property of the update panel, control will work based on this. In this scenario, the control explicitly triggers an update of the panel context. The control can be either inside or outside of the update panel control. That the trigger is associated with the update panel. If it is, that update panel portion will be taken care of the appropriate action based on the trigger file. When the children as a triggers property is set to true and child control is the update panel control causes a postback. Children controls of nested update panel controls do not cause an update to the outer update panel control unless they are explicitly defined as triggers. Why these are the requirement? Why we are using this much of discussion about the update panel? See here, why we are using update panel? There is many portions are there in web page. Clearly I am telling. And some of the one box portion there is having some information like notifications we have put in the small box, and that box we are applied update panel. If any action is happened within that box, submit or refreshing the page, likewise entire page will not be reload. If we use the particular update panel script for that box, that particular box is rendered to the server from its reload again, and the page of the entire of the web page will not be changed, remain same. Once the trigger is fired appropriately that particular box, that box only refresh automatically once the trigger is fired. That the purpose is majorly we are discussing about this scenario. You can use multiple update panels controls to update multiple page regions independently in a single web form. When the page that contains one or more update panels controls first rendered, all the content of the all update panel controls are rendered and sent to the browser. On subsequent asynchronous postbacks will happen on requirement, and each update panel control might be updated depending upon the updated panel settings. How the developer is set right the priority, and how the property designation and the timings and the postback events, how he is set. Based on that, the update panel will interact with the browser to server. And now you can also use the update panel controls for the following activities. In user controls, master page content pages, nested inside and update panel controls, inside template controls such as the grid view or repeater or list view, and if entered any somewhere else is entered some data, and I am presenting showing that glance dashboard of the count of the figure of the registrations. If the data is entered there and its update panel is automatically refreshing with that entered updated data, count is increasing. Likewise, that portion only will reflect. Entire page will not be changed and do any modification. Likewise, update panel control can be added declaratively or programmatically in our manner. You can add update panel control programmatically, however, you cannot add the triggers programmatically. Trigger can like a behavior, and you can register a control on the page of asynchronous postback control. You do this calling register asynchronous postback control method to script managing controller tool. You can create either handler that runs the response that asynchronous postback and the handler call the update method of the update panel control. For the syntax of the usage of the update panel, it's very simple. There is a need not to write much more things. You see that ASP update panel, run it server, class my style, if any class is applicable, and update panel end tag. What you need to write this thing is, if you are implementing any div section to write the box or appropriate place, that div section is to be, that div section is inside that update panel, what you need to take appropriate action. That's it. And here your box date, your box design or style, I can say that design or style or code of that particular to be inside the update panel. That's it. That is sufficient. On ASPX page, you need to write the update panel. Within the update panel, which to be automatically asynchronized and sync with the server round trips without impacting the entire page. That's the thing you have to place inside the update panel. I hope you better understand about the update panel and its usage in ASP.NET while using an implementation. Thank you for watching this session. Thank you.